What's going on, Muscle Monsters? Alain Gonzalez here, and today I want to talk about 3 back workouts for advanced lifters to help continue to build your back. Now, this is not for beginners or intermediate simply because it's just not necessary, right? In the beginning, it's as simple as performing strict rows and getting stronger from there, and then as an intermediate trainee, you could probably do more of the same and just periodize your training a bit differently and make gains that way. However, there will come a point in time where adding any more weight to the bar just becomes increasingly more difficult. And that's when I would recommend adding these exercises slash techniques. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Exercise or strategy number 1 is cheat rows. Okay? Let's say, for example, right now, you've been training for 5-6 years, and the max amount of weight that you're able to row with strict form is, say, 275 pounds. Okay? Well, if you want to increase the volume without increasing the weight, right? Because if you increase the weight, now the volume decreases because you can't do as many reps, then I would recommend that for the last 2 to 4 reps, you implement some cheat rows. Okay, and I'm not saying jerk the weight up and down, but if you use a little bit of body English by maybe moving your torso up just to help build some more momentum to get the weight up easier, you are in fact increasing the volume. All right, even though you are using some momentum to get the weight up, we're still talking about 275 pounds. It's still going to take some effort in your back to get the weight up. And then more importantly, we're still getting that negative and that stretch that we otherwise wouldn't be able to get if we tried to stay strict through the whole set. Okay? 2, at or above the knee rack pulls. You see, in the deadlift, we're able to build our back and our traps because our back acts as a crane. And so as we come up with 405 pounds, right, the isometric tension necessary to keep our back rigid is enough to produce growth. All right, so now with a rack pull, we're eliminating the hips and the lower body almost completely. And so we're able to load the bar up even further due to a shorter range of motion. This allows for more load on the back and traps. On top of that, when you get to the top, you're getting a better stretch, or a heavier stretch rather, on the traps, because now instead of 405 or whatever you're deadlifting, we're talking 600, 700, 800 pounds sometimes. And so the same way a farmer walk will build your traps, the stretch at the top of the heavy rack pull will do the same. Lastly, Pendlay rows. Pendlay rows are great simply because, number 1, they don't involve as much lower back strain, right, as a heavy bent row. But more so than that, the big benefit is that you're pulling the weight from a dead stop. So you're actually, instead of using momentum to shift the weight up and down, you're actually pulling with the target muscles. And so you have to engage the back much more than you would with a traditional row. And so this is going to, over time, put more meat on your back, and especially if it's a new movement to you, because now you'll be able to progress from there. Not to mention, you're also going to be able to increase your core strength, which will spill over to your bent rows and your rack pulls. So that's pretty much it, guys. Just 3 exercises or techniques that you can use to build your back and as an advanced lifter. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button below, subscribe for more videos, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.